Well, if you buy a stock, right, you're buying it based on fundamental analysis. The problem with the Chinese stock market right now, particularly in the tech sector, is it's driven by two issues. It's driven, first of all, by governmental influence. In other words, is the government going to be okay with how you conduct business? And then secondly, what's happening with the pandemic and the lockdowns right now in China. So I don't think fundamentals really are driving these stocks anymore. I think it really is, the government like you or not like you? And that's why we saw a bump yesterday. It had nothing to do with, or the other day, it had nothing to do with fundamentals, had everything to do with the government's perspective on how these companies are doing business.
What was the perceived change, and were you surprised that the rate of change in the stocks was so large?
Not really, because if you've lost 50%, Kelly, and then you go up 25 or 30%,
yeah,
the moves are not equal going up and down. So, and I think investors right now are really looking, particularly in Chinese stocks, they're looking for any sort of relief. And there still is a sort of leftover. China is kind of the internet speculation. You can make a killing in these kind of names. There's always people out there willing to speculate. I just think it's not a good fundamental case right now.
I'm sure people also must think, okay, I can get a name like Alibaba way less expensive than in the past, and it's a name with an investor like Charlie Munger, behind it. That can be, a pretty powerful rationale for folks.
That's probably why the stock went up. I mean, last time I was in Hangzhou, which is where Alibaba is located, I was actually at Alibaba's headquarters. It's a different kind of environment right now for these names. And I realized Charlie Munger, who I have the greatest respect for, said that he's buying that stock, I guess, a while ago, I guess. Mm-hmm. And even the infamous Mr. Wonderful here on CNBC actually said that he just bought these stocks recently. So there certainly are people that are willing to hang in there. I just think as a more conservative investment strategy, it might be a trading strategy, it might be a growth sort of strategy, but I don't think it's really a kind of a cash flow, fundamental oriented story. And I think for most investors, and frankly for Warren Buffett, that's how people invest successfully.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.